Hello friends, welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. I apologize about the sounds. We are shooting outside again today to finish the repair we started last week. As you can see,
the light's not great.
you can see it.
That's better.
So we bought the part 2 epoxy that it is for wood, and when this is dry, actually it is structurally sound. It can even support weight, even though in our application we don't need it, but you can nail it and you can put a screw in it. This is a very good epoxy. Like all epoxies, it's 2-part and it's a 50-50 mixture. So we're going to prepare the epoxy and then we're going to clean the side and apply the epoxy. What is the brand? RC Woody?
Looks like PC Woody.
PC Woody. So that we are not endorsing this brand. We have not been sponsored by this company. We're just telling you what we're using.
Okay.
Want to start? So epoxy has a limited time that you have to work with it. This specific one, you said 30 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
It has a 30-minute work time and a 24-hour full cure time.
At around 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
The key with all epoxies is that it has to be very thoroughly mixed. So how you will describe the consistency of what you feel?
It's a really thick peanut butter, and you can see that the color of it has evened out into a really pale, like whipped peanut butter kind of mixture.
And when the color is uniform and the filling is uniform, you know the epoxy is ready to apply.
Okay.
Do you want to come?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go on.
Yeah, make sure that this is cleaned, and one of the best tools for this job is a brass, or you can use of course an air tool if you have one. I don't have one outside. And we're going to try and have it even with this, right? Okay.
Okay, and you want me to do this wall too, right?
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that right now. As long as we do this.
And get those.
I was trying. They seem to be attached. As the wood dried, it became more stable, you know. Now keep in mind that this can be stained and painted, and we will definitely paint it. But at this stage you do not have to be perfect. You can actually form the epoxy with normal woodworking tools to what you want it to be. I think it looks pretty good. You did a great job estimating how much you need.
Mm-hmm. Now you want me to go up the wall?
Okay. It's good.
Okay, it's okay that there's a gap there.
Oh, there was a gap there. These are
Well,
two different pieces of wood.
don't you want a gap there so that the water doesn't pool there?
I mean, these are two
I
different
don't
pieces of wood, honey. If you don't want a gap, we don't have
I
to.
don't know what's the correct thing to prevent the wood rot, because if water gets down in there again, it will set, right? It will rot what's underneath, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so water shouldn't get between those two boards again, if we can help it, right?
Well, we can use this thing. The what do you call it? Caulking. This is supposed to make this board like one piece again, and this board like one piece. So the
Okay, I was just checking.
what's this checking?
I said I was just checking.
So we need to let that set, and
Right.
then we can sand it down some and put some.
You want to dry one like this?
No, because at this point, anytime you're moving it, it's going to pull it away from where you want it.
Okay. So we'll
That's why
sand
I
it
was-
and do
yeah.
it tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you think it drains, we can come and bring a bag over it.
I don't know, we have to look at the weather again.
Okay.
We're done?
As you can see, as you have seen, actually, we did finish the epoxy process, and today we are going to sand it. The epoxy is kind of nasty stuff, so make sure that when you sand using epoxy, you use a breathing mask. You don't use something more than that here because we're outside, but if you were doing that in an enclosed space, you probably would need a respirator. So make sure you don't breathe the material that is here. So today we're going to show you the finished product of how to repair wood rot, and how we're going to paint it, and you're going to see the whole process of how this whole project ended. So please stick around so you see the conclusion of that project that started as a very simple project but developed as one that took more than 1 day to complete. Actually, I think it's doing great.
It's doing nothing. We need a coarser grit. It's tearing up the brick.
Now remember, the epoxy takes a full 24 hours to be completely cured if you plan to do anything that is structural with it. In our case, there is no structural support here, and you do not want it to be completely smooth. You want it to still look like wood, so you need to knock out the big things, and again, when it paints, it will look like wood, and wood has imperfections. It doesn't have normal perfect corners or perfect edges. So we're going to paint these, and we're going to paint the staircases because of our animals. They have a lot of wear and tear. Of course, we're going to paint the newly installed step and the dry rot repair right here. After we paint this dry rot repair, we might give it a little more detail to match the wood a little better, but we will see how it looks when it's painted. It's always a good idea, and of course always stir it well before you actually use it, because it has the tendency to settle. Okay, and we are going to start painting We're almost approaching the 24 hours for this to be fully cured, but you don't have to wait to be fully cured to either sand it or paint it. Now this color, when it dries, it will dry to the exact color that the rest of the deck is, but when it goes on, it goes a little, what is that, lighter?
Yeah.
And as you can see, I might not have time until it dries. I will try to see, but we're losing light for today. But as you can see, it just matches. It doesn't look like anything else but rough wood right now. And now we're going to finish the rail. If you remember, we removed the top part of this and we sealed all the holes that were left behind. And as you see, as we painted it, everything disappears. When the paint dries, you wouldn't know anything happened here. The whole thing would disappear. And you can see the amazing transformation here again. You will never know that there was any repairs there. And that was the whole idea. We repaired the wood, we made sure that the wood doesn't have any imperfections that will allow more damage or dry rot to develop. And now we're finishing it, and the whole idea is that when you're done, you wouldn't be able to identify where the repairs were. And as you can see, as I go down here, we had a big repair right here, but it is totally gone. You cannot see the difference. And you can see as the paint starts drying how this is really disappearing. No dry rot everywhere. Of course, we're also painting the areas we did seal, and I will also create a different barrier there. I will show you in a video how I'm going to do that to prevent any more water damage on those boards. Okay. So again, when this paint dries, you will not know that this is a new board. What we're using is specifically made for deck. It is paint for decking, and it always goes on a little lighter, but then it darkens as it dries. If I have a chance before we lose light today, I will take a small clip to show you that it dries the exact color that the rest of the deck is, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to have time for that today. And today is Saturday, so I have to finish editing this so it can be posted on time.
That's how I got it on my arm. Because the bucket is deep.
Who would have thought a deep bucket? to the front. As you can see, now that the paint has started drying, you cannot see any difference between, in fact, you wouldn't know which one of those steps we replaced, and to be honest, I'm not sure which one we replaced right now either. I have to look at them closely, because the only difference is that our new step has screws and the older steps have nails. But you see that the color has become very uniform, and you will never know that there was anything else on top of here. The repair has delivered some very, very good results. And again, you can see the whole staircase looks uniform, and you will never know that we made a replacement of a board here or any repairs. And the same with our handle here. Alright friends, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Everyone Can Do It-Yourself project. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you didn't, the other button seems to work as well. Share and subscribe to continue enjoying our content, and we will see you on Wednesday with some other interesting ideas or videos. I hope you have a great long holiday, and happy Labor Day to everyone.